Hey, y'all. Hi, sis. Make sure y'all can see me. Think y'all can. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, sis. Y'all can see me. Yes. You know I gotta play my sister today. Hey, y'all. Hey. So I had to come with a red lip today for y'all. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Period. 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 If y'all are excited to be here, I'm already gonna start with my numbers. Give me a 1 in the chat. Hey, y'all. Okay, let me make sure I say hey to everybody. Okay, let me go back up. Sade, Oriana, hi, Allison. Rest in distress. Hey, Leandria. Hey, Kayla. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Monique. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Keisha. Keisha from Philly. Hey, Kayla. All right, I think I'm going to miss everybody. But hey, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. I see all the words. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh, y'all, I'm so turned right now. Y'all don't even understand. I had to play my sister for this one, y'all. We got to believe in ourselves. You know, I had to make sure y'all was right. Okay, so I put on the leopard. I put on the clear glasses, sis. I put on the red lip. I went and got the silk press yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get the new pair of eyelashes because I was running behind trying to mom me today. Okay, so I see all my sisters here. I am so excited to see y'all. It is so exciting to be here. I'm so excited to teach. I have literally been telling God all day, like, Lord, just talk today. All right, so we're going to start on time. So why don't we just go ahead and get this going? I'm going to go ahead and turn my sister down. Yeah, Shirley. Come on, sis. Okay, Allison. Molly, I had to come with the red lip, sis. Okay, I had to come with the red lip. Okay. Let me not be extra and start on time. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the show. I'm so excited. I can't tell you. Anna, oh, y'all, my nails match my lip. Oh, my Jesus. Y'all be knowing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to keep y'all long. I've been telling the girls I needed to be on time. Because y'all know I talk. Come on with the ones in the chat. Okay, is Joy here? Joy, are you here, sis? Say I'm here and present, girl, if you are here, because Joy be keeping up with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna give y'all 1 minute, and we're gonna get started. I am so excited. Joy said, "I'm here, sis." Joy's like one of my favorite people. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. How's y'all's energy today? Girl, I had to come with the cheetah shirt, Sade. Showing up and showing out. Yes. Hey, Lakita. Hi, Kabaya. Hi with my sis. Oh, I love y'all. Hi. Okay, y'all. The girls are here. The girls are here. Baby girl, I am excited to see y'all. I'm so excited. So, we're going to get started in just a second. I just have to keep... Y'all know I love the energy in the chat, so keep chatting. If you have never seen me teach before, do not let this be your last time. But also, talk in the chat, sis. We are all here for each other. We are all here talking. I want to see you. I want to see your name. I want to call your name out. You are my sister. So, let's get started, y'all. Let's get started. Let's get started. I see all of the girls I love. Okay, so Welcome to Show Up Sis, y'all. I have so much to say. So let me get my words in order. So welcome to Show Up Sis, the 4 reasons why self-sabotage and procrastination impact your discipline, productivity, and fulfillment. I am coming for edges. Okay. Sade says, I'm a bootleg follower. I love your stories on IG. This is my first teaching class. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So I'm going to snatch edges like Oriana said, but I promise you, I'm going to glue them back on, but I have to go for them. So a lot of y'all are new to me. There's a lot of new people. So I have to give an intro. So hello everyone. My name is Rosalind Postlewaite. Here's a little bit about me. I am a wife to an amazing man who I've been with for 9 years, married to for 3, to Nico, and I am a new mom to a rambunctious 6-month-old. I'm a mental health professional. I have my license in social work, and I have been in the mental health field now going on, I think, 9 years, but post-grad around 5. I'm a podcaster. I have been a podcaster for about a little over 3 years. And I am the podcaster for the Therapy as a Christian podcast. I have been doing that. I love it. I love mental health. I love talking about mental health, but I also talk about my experience and going through counseling as well. And I'm also an author. I am an author of the Therapy Reflection Journal, which is a journal specifically designed for those that are in therapy to take sessions during your sessions, take notes during your therapy sessions, as well as reflect afterwards. And I have been an author now for 3 years, and my journal still sells, which is a blessing from the Lord, period. And last but not least, my new title that I really am excited about is I am the head productivity coach at Show Up Sis, where I help clients with time management, clarity, and strategy around being more productive. So, Felicia, oh my God, my sister is here. Oh my Jesus, I'm so excited. Hello. Okay, I love Felicia. I have to call her out. So, a little bit of webinar etiquette for tonight. Make sure you have a pen and paper. Cut out all distractions. We're going to be talking about being productive. So, although y'all are going to have your phones, make sure you're tuned in, sis, because I really love to teach and I really want your full attention. I want your edges. I want the Eco Styler gel. I want the silk scarf. I am team bonnet. So, sis, if you have a bonnet on, I am team bonnet. Period. Okay. But I'm going to give you your bonnet later. We're going to snatch some edges today. Also, engage. If you see my sisters are responding in the chat, make sure you go ahead and engage. I'm going to be keeping up with the numbers tonight. I may solicit Joy to tell me what number we're on, but I'm going to try to keep up with the numbers tonight. So y'all engage in the chat. But also tag me on social media with your notes. If you take notes, tag me. Tammy is here. I'm so excited. I love you, Tammy. And we are going to get it today. So let's start. So this class, I want you to please, sis, if you can't do nothing else, stay until the end. I'll be sharing a amazing way that you can work with me. I have been doing time management coaching now for about 1.5 years, a year and a half. And I really want to work with you if you are interested. So please stay until the end if this class resonates with you. My goal, child, but y'all know how I be. Y'all been to my classes. My goal is to only talk for an hour. So I'm clocking myself at 7:09 to be done at 8:09. If you have questions, please hold them until the end. I will do a Q&A on everything. So if you have a question, please write it down and I'll do a Q&A at the end. But I'll periodically look at the chat and just to make sure, make sure that we're on track. Take notes. Like I said, when we write things down, we retain it better. Also, I'm going to be talking a lot about mindset, which is something some of y'all may not be familiar with, some of you may, but within this is the basis of productivity, which I really, really am excited to talk about today. Also, I'm going to be giving you quick tips that you can easily implement. So make sure you execute on them, sis. Even if you don't take anything else from me tonight, take the little things I'm going to give you and go execute on them. If it's something new you've never heard of, if it's something new that you're really trying to understand, go research, go find stuff on it, get a better understanding, go execute on them. It is really important to do so. So quick little story time. Because I know y'all are like, where did Roslyn come up with Show Up Sis? Okay, this has been literally about 6 months in the making. 6 months in the making, like I felt like the burden God would just like have on me about teaching y'all this. And really, let's backtrack. So around some time last year, the top of 2020, I really wanted to. I've always been someone that really loved productivity. I also say all the time that I'm someone that really loves business. I'm like attracted to anything related to marketing and sales and all those kinds of things. But I really love personal development. And I've always like gravitated to things related to being disciplined and time management because I feel like that's the way you get to your goals. So because of that, and my mom being someone that is extremely meticulous, y'all, she is literally in her 50s and still writes a list. And it could be the smallest list, y'all. It could be like read Bible and she writes it on a list. And so the top of 2020, I really was like, I kept having these conversations with friends. People would come to me and say, how do you manage everything you do? How do you manage everything you do? And so I was like, I do this. And they were just like, how girl? So I solicited 3 friends at the time. And I was like, can you be like a test client? I'm thinking about doing something like this. And I really want to test it out. So I solicited my 3 friends and I took them on as clients and we met once a week over a period of probably like, I think 6 weeks to start doing time management. One of them in particular at the time, her name is Sam, and she actually was a client of mine who was in a doctoral program. And she said, Roslyn, I am in a doctoral program. I'm a professor. I'm also a wife. I work full time. I need this bad. So when we ended our sessions, probably sometime mid-March, the pandemic hit. And at the time I was like, girl, this is like new. And so she had completely moved to remote teaching at home, remote working, remote teaching. And she tells me to this day, if I had not worked with you, I don't think I would have survived Corona because mine was so disorganized that me stepping into working remotely allowed me to be able to be productive at home. And so that kind of triggered me a little bit when I talked to her about that, even now to this day, to maybe help other people. So I started helping other people here and there, and this is what it turned into. So how I got started was I started working with clients around February 2020. And specifically, I just was like, I'm just going to work on clarity and the skills of time management, just teaching them the skills, because I realized that not everybody has been taught to manage their time. If you have not been taught to manage your time, if someone never sat down with you and said, this is how you do X, Y, and Z, really the executive skills that we all need, put a 3 in the chat if you've never been taught. And so with that being said, from working with people, clients saw results with me within the first 3 to 6 sessions of working together. Okay, I see some 3s. Deborah says 2 weeks postpartum, and this is about to get me all the way together in my time management, new mom, wife. Girl, I'm so there with you, sis. So I see a lot of 3s in the chat. Okay, and so with that being said, a lot of clients saw results within 3 to 6 sessions of working with me. Now, I had 2 separate programs as the year went on. I had a 4-week session and a 10-week session. And all the clients you're going to see today are actually clients that went through both different. One went through the 10-week and 2 went through the 4-week. So to date, I have assisted over 60 women in some capacity related to time management. Additionally, last year, I did a time management masterclass where I took everything I did for my clients and completely bunched it up into a 90-minute class. So that was another set of women that I got to assist. So when I show up, sis, so y'all, I am so excited to finally share it. Okay, so everyone knows that I love talking about mental health. That is like my background professionally, but that is something that is extremely close to my heart because I feel like it is the foundation of everything we do, period. Okay. And so with that being said, Show Up Sis is a way for me to really show ambitious women of faith that your time is important. But a lot of the times we don't manage our time well because we are struggling with different things that really are impacting our thought life. And so it was a way for me to take my mental health background and all the things I did with time management coaching and put that together. I truly believe that we as women of God literally can show up and be the best versions of who we are completely. And y'all know we are all sisters. Y'all know sis is like my whole language. So I was like, and this is, and my girl Tiara, who's on here, she knows. So y'all know I recently put a video out on Instagram where I showed y'all how to put affirmations on your phone. And I was like, you know what? I was going through a bunch of stuff related to postpartum and just was like, trying to get my brain together. And I literally said to myself, I'm going to show up, sis. And so I put my affirmation as show up, sis. So every time I plugged in my phone, Siri would say, show up, sis, show up, sis, show up, sis. And it was just a mantra. Like I hear it now all the time where I just hear people say, I just want to show up. I just want to show up. And I'm just like, go show up, sis. Like, go show up. Be who you need to be. And so this was a way for me to put both of those things together and say, show up. So what we're going to discuss tonight is how self-sabotage and procrastination really, really are impacting us. And I'm going to go in detail about self-sabotage and procrastination. So this is where I'm going to snatch some edges. We're going to also talk about the 4 reasons why it impacts our discipline, productivity, and fulfillment, and why they do that. Why are they impacted? And then how you can change that. So what are the problem areas, girl? What? Yes, internet time about the phone affirmations. You better. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. I love a good affirmation, baby girl. On period. So what are the problem areas? So self-sabotage. So self-sabotage in definition is the behaviors or the thought patterns that hold you back and prevent you from doing what you want to do. If you are someone, well, nope, we're not giving a number yet. Joy, what number are we on? Are we on 3 or 4? We're on 4. We're on 4. We're on 4. Okay. So self-sabotage connects to your thoughts. So what I like to tell people especially is everything we think ends up turning into an action. We call that in the mental health space, CBT, whatever you want to call it. But your thoughts always connect to your actions. So self-sabotage is connected to the way you think. So why do we self-sabotage, girl? Let's talk about it. So a lot of times we self-sabotage because we really fear failure. We tell ourselves, I'm not going to be able to do this. It's not going to work. There's no way I can do that. There's no way I can do this. There's no way I can do that. I'm not going to go after this. I'm not going to go after that. You literally fear and shaking your bones by telling yourself it's not going to work. And you fear that it won't work. But we don't serve a God like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't serve a God. But I'm not going to, I'm not going to get churchy right now. We serve a God of abundance. And so with that being said, we fear failure completely. We also have a lack of self-worth. We tell ourselves, I'm not worthy enough to do that. I'm not smart enough to do that. I didn't go to school for that. I don't know this. I don't know that. I don't have the title. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have the years of experience. I don't have the degree. Who cares? But I'm not going to do that today. You also deem yourself as having lack of self-worth in the sense, for example, perfect example. I've been single for so long. Maybe no one wants me. But you're an amazing woman. You are beautiful. You are phenomenal. You literally tell yourself that I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough to step into who I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be this. You are supposed to be everything you are supposed to be. Period. And then let's take it another step where a lot of times we don't feel worthy enough to be blessed by God. So we self-sabotage our destinies because we don't feel like God is going to honor it. We don't feel like God is going to come for us in the sense he's going to show up and show out for his baby girl, because he will. Listen, here's your gentle reminder. And so you don't even deem yourself worthy of the Lord, who is your dad. Period. And so you self-sabotage your dreams and your aspirations and the things that you want. A lot of this also, too, is unresolved trauma. We don't also understand that there is trauma that we all experience that really can also impact the way we do things. We also tell ourselves, because this happened to me, this won't happen. We also don't recognize that we may have been in, I don't know why I'm on relationships today. Like, we might have been in narcissistic relationships. So we look at ourselves and tell ourselves, I'm not good enough. And so we then self-sabotage, but we also don't know that that was traumatic. And that trauma can also be a factor in reasons why you self-sabotage. You also might have experienced trauma growing up. That was a big part of the reason why I never saw myself as a business owner, because I grew up watching my parents who owned a business who literally squandered what they had. That I didn't see myself as being worthy enough to teach people and be able to get compensated for it. So I had unresolved trauma that I literally did not see myself worthy enough to be able to do what God called me to do. And so it was traumatic. We also struggle with perfectionism, girl. Are my perfectionists in the building? Because your girl is one that is retired, okay? You know, I'm still coming along with this. That's why I had to get my fancy slides, you know, all that together. But we struggle with perfectionism. We want everything to be the certain type of way before we go do something. We say we don't want to have kids until we have this in order. There is nothing that can prepare you for a child, in Jesus' name. Okay, literally, you struggle with perfectionism. It has to be this specific way. Otherwise, it's not good enough. It has to be this specific way. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. We have to be this specific way. Otherwise, I have to do it the way I see homegirl on the street doing it because she's doing it so well. When your lifestyle doesn't even look like hers, you don't have the same time. She ain't got no kids. You got kids. Like, it don't look the same, sis. Period. Additionally, with that, you put yourself down. You tell yourself, y'all have to start being kinder to yourself. Be kinder to yourself. My friend Z told me one time something that, I'm going to say two things. She was talking to our therapist, because we both go to the same therapist. And she was saying, really take inventory on what you tell yourself. Would you go tell your friends that? Why would you not be kinder to yourself? I remember one time I was also talking to my therapist, and she said to me, I said to her, maybe God doesn't want this for me. I'll give y'all the story. I've taken my LCSW test, and so my people that are social workers understand that to get a clinical license to do counseling, actually do counseling, I have failed it twice. And I literally said to her, I said, maybe God doesn't want this for me. And she looked at me and she said, that is such a self-defeating thought. Why would God not want that for you when he's the God of abundance? And so you put yourself down unintentionally, not realizing who you are, but we ain't gonna go there. We also suffer with the need for instant gratification. We want things fast. We're not willing to be patient and go through the process. Do you know how hard it is to be crushed? You know how hard it is to be crushed by a God who wants you to operate in integrity? Do you know how hard it is to be crushed and walking through something when you literally know you're burdened with something that God wants to push out of you, and you have to fight through all of the spiritual warfare to get to it? But because we have literal problems with instant gratification, we think that we're supposed to get to point Y and Z when we ain't really willing to walk through A, B, and C. What I've gone through the last 6 months, I realize now, I said to God, I said, is this what my sisters are feeling? This is torment. I don't even know what. I said, if this is what my sisters are feeling, I said, I'm obligated at this point to teach your daughters. I'm obligated. But we're not willing to be crushed. We don't want, you know why, y'all? Because we don't understand the oil. That the oil is the thing that breaks the yoke. The anointing is what breaks the yoke. And so because of that, because of the crushing Christ went through, that was how we were able to receive salvation. But you're not willing to be crushed. You want things in an instant. So because of that, you literally be like, you'll start something, stop. And I've been there and still in there sometimes. But because we want it tomorrow, we're not willing to walk through it. So we just stop. And we tell ourselves, well, it's not for me. I'm just literally going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And then lastly, we self-blame. We blame ourselves for the reason why things aren't happening. When we also don't know that sometimes things aren't in our power. There are a lot of things that are outside of our control, but also we self-blame in the sense we'll blame other people for the reasons why. I know I've said out of my mouth a million times, man, if I didn't have the mommy today, I would be able to get a lot done. I asked to be a mom. This is a blessing. But you know what happens? The enemy will always use a reason to pervert God's blessing and make it not a blessing and something that is a detriment to the reason why you're not able to do it. I'm not able to run my business. I got this 9 to 5. Yes, you are, sis. You can still do it. You just got to be disciplined and stop scrolling social media all day. I'm not able to do this. I'm not really able to go find you. Yes, you can. So, Joy, what number we on? 4. If this is you, if you struggle to have gone through one of these things, put a 4 in the chat. A 4. What time am I on? Okay, I'm good. I'm doing real good on time. I'm real close to the camera too. I'm also realizing. Okay. So let's talk about it, y'all. We're on 5. Oh, I'm sorry, Joy. Okay, well, I'm gonna do 5 next time. We're on 4. Procrastination. Let's get into it. Procrastination is the action of delaying or postponing something. Procrastination from our thought process goes into our behavior. Procrastination is a behavior. I would hear clients say all the time, Rosa, I'm a procrastinator. And I'm like, no, you're not. It is not who you are. Girl, please, you do not know my life. Like, seriously, you don't know. And I'm like, you are choosing to procrastinate. This is not who you are. Procrastination is the action of delaying or postponing something. So this is what happens. Let's just say you have a paper due. And you wait until Sunday at 11:59, knowing that it's coming. Wait till Sunday at 7 a.m. in the morning to write this paper. You spend from 7 to almost 11:50 to turn in this paper. Why? And you like, oh, I do my best work under pressure. Oh my God, I do my best at the last minute. That's not really what it is. The reason you're able to do your best work is because you're forced to sit down and do the work that you could have did if you really did not procrastinate and waited to the last minute to do it. If you broke that thing on down into a week, if you broke that thing on down into the 2 weeks that you got the assignment and actually wrote the paper, you would have gotten that done well in beforehand and would not have procrastinated on to spend the 12 hours you would have spent writing. So it's not that you are do your best work at the last minute. You have no choice then but to do the work. You have no choice then but to put in the work. You have no choice then but to do the thing you said you were actually going to do. Keep the promise to yourself. And so you put so many things off. And this is the thing with us and why we don't show up. We put it off. We put it off. We put it off. Oh, I'll do it next month. Oh, I'll start this next month. Oh, I'll do this. Instead of really pushing through the pain that you don't want to do and procrastinate. Let's just also give another example of, well, I don't know. I'm going to come with examples and I'll talk about it. So why do we procrastinate? First of all, it's habitual. Y'all listen. Oh, you at my business, girl, yes. So you really coming for me. Yes, sis. So why do we procrastinate? It's habitual. And listen, sis, it's not your fault. Like, let me explain this even more. It's habitual. You do it so much. You procrastinate so much because you have literally done it forever. So you don't know any other way to do it, but then to do it at the last minute. And here's the thing, you've trained your mind and have the narrative in your mind. I've done everything at the last minute and I graduated. I've done everything in the last minute and it's worked. I've done my work at the last minute and it's fine. But here's the problem. You're stressed out the whole time up until whenever it's due. You're overwhelmed and anxious. Y'all be putting the anxiety on yourself. You be like, oh Lord, please help me, Father. I'm so anxious. It's really your choices. It's not God. Okay. And so with that being said, it's habitual. You're used to doing it. You're so used to doing it. Another reason you procrastinate is you're overwhelmed. You have so much on your plate that you can't keep up with what you have, that you're literally stretched thin, to the point to where you forget everything and everything has to then be done at the last minute. Perfect example. Why did I make an appointment for my tomorrow for his 6-month checkup? He was 6 months on Tuesday. I waited till the last minute. Why? Because I'm overwhelmed with 50 million things. Okay, but let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about myself. Like, you're overwhelmed. Well, that's also because I was playing show up sis, but there's a whole other thing. But like with that being said, like you're overwhelmed, you're stretched thin. Your plate is so full that nothing gets done in a timely manner because you have so many things. Your time is taken up from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. And so you don't have the ability to pull back and say, oh, I need to plan. Oh, you don't have the ability to pull back and say, oh, this needs to be done here, here, and here, which goes into having no real plan, and you don't plan well. You plan in this place, which I despise. You cannot work from up here. You cannot have a list in this place. Why? Because you're already thinking about 50 million things all day long, let alone having a list of what you got to do, that when you actually get time to actually do something, you're scrambling around like, what do I need to do today? I don't even know what's going on. What did I say I need to do yesterday? What was the thing I said I needed to do? And then what do? You forget, and then you go mindlessly scroll social media, or you mindlessly watch TV, or you mindlessly go do something that has no benefit to your time. But I digress. Your thought process. Another reason why we procrastinate is our thought process is so negative. We have a negative thought process. So again, we put off. And the other thing with negative thought process is sometimes you're so down on yourself that you can't even think to start something. You're like, I'll start it when I feel good, or I don't feel like it, or I can't do that because I don't feel motivated. And a lot of times motivation doesn't come, sis. Motivation can sometimes be like a car passing you on the street. It sometimes comes and goes. So your thought process is negative. The other thing with that is there's a lack of boundaries. And this is the one that I really am big on, sis. Okay. Lady, mind your business. So with that being said, you say yes to everybody. You don't say no to people. You commit and overcommit yourself to any and everything. And also with that, with the boundaries, you also don't give yourself the opportunity to let other people have stuff. You take it on when people say, I want to help you. And you're like, no, it's fine. Oh, no. So sometimes it's no because you're overwhelmed, but sometimes it's no because you want to handle everything. And that's not helpful. That's not helpful to have a lack of. You get on the phone and you answer the phone for a friend who constantly calls you about the same thing every day. You don't have the emotional capacity to help, but you get on the phone and listen even though you're tired. You don't know how to rest. You don't know what rest looks like. I hear that all the time from clients. I'm like, I don't really know what rest looks like. And why does this connect to self-sabotage? Because what happens is when we self-sabotage, when we think bad about ourselves, we constantly put something off. You've been saying to yourself forever, I'm going to go get this certification. I'm going to go start doing this. I'm going to go do this. And what happens is you see something, it triggers something in you, and then you procrastinate. You just start putting it off. That's what happened with show up sis. I should have been did this with y'all. But I did have a baby, but I should have been did this with y'all. Should have been did this. But God had his timing, okay? He had to get his baby girl together. If this is you, or this has been you, or this is you multiple ways, sis, put a 5 in the chat. Give me a 5. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the 4 reasons why. And I'm really excited because this is what I have taken from all the things with my clients. And literally, I took all the things that I did with my clients, as well as all the things I personally went through, and came up with these. I was like, what were the things that my clients struggled with the most, I've struggled with, that have helped me personally and them, the things that I taught them, get to a place of solace, get to a place where they could be productive, get to a place where they can then do what it is they need to do. So I'm going to talk about this 4-step framework that I came up with. And it's the 4 reasons why self-sabotage and procrastination impact your discipline, productivity, and fulfillment. But these are the 4 things you need to further feel like you can be disciplined, productive, find routines that work, and be fulfilled. Literally. So we're going to first talk about the first step is mindset. I'm going to really tell y'all, before I could even get to the strategies I taught clients, I had to teach them mindset. I had to tell them, if we don't deal with the way you talk about yourself, the way you talk to yourself, the way you shame yourself, the way you deal with things. If we don't even get to the part where you can see what's in front of you and really look at that thing and say, can I do this? I'm not going to be able to teach you any of this. I could give you a planner that I use all day, sis. But if your mind space isn't right, you're literally not. Joy, what number we on? Tell me in the chat because I don't remember. And so with that being said, mindset is literally everything. It impacts everything we do. The way we think, the way we do. The Bible talks about in Romans 12:2 to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. But there's another translation, the NLT version. God wants to transform the way we think. And so literally, the way we think impacts everything. Okay? Okay, we not gonna do 6. I got a story for that, y'all. We're gonna slip right to 7. So if mindset is a big thing for you, put a 7 in the chat. Because one time I was teaching y'all and I said, y'all put 6 in the chat. 6, 6, 6. And I just said, oh, we never using 6 again. We never using 6. So I have never used 6 again. So mindset is so important. The way you think, the way you talk to yourself. I told y'all the biggest thing with this is mindset. So I have a little story. We're going to talk about Tammy. Tammy literally made me boohoo and cry. Tammy was one of my clients who went through my 10-week program. And she and I had the luxurious opportunity to work with Tammy for a long time. And I love her so much. She is from Baltimore. I love her accent, Baltimore. And Tammy and I worked through so many things. But I'm going to let you hear a little bit about Tammy's story. Let me make sure y'all can see me. Can y'all see my new screen? Oh, you can. Okay. Oh, before I also give this story about Tammy. Tammy also, oh wait, let me close my face out. Tammy also, when we worked together, was in the process of deciding whether or not she wanted to stay at her job. She was really struggling with that. And Tammy, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but since we worked together, she went into full-time entrepreneurship. I'm so proud of her. And she told me, I'm only able to sustain this because of the things I learned from you, which I'm not going to get emotional. So let's hear a little quick testimony from Tammy.
So emotionally, I was very tired. I was very drained. Gave me an opportunity to say I need help. So I always felt like you had to have a certain personality type to do this. But it's really about being open to do something new, giving it a chance and giving it a try, see if it produces for you more than what that chaos was. And that is what my chaos was. I just did not have enough order. And I could pay you again for what you gave me. Because what you gave me is, I always be like, I got the gift of the Holy Spirit, but it is a gift that keeps on giving. It's like you gave me a gift that keeps on giving because I keep using it, you helping me to see how often I was shaming myself and I was self-sabotaging myself. And so it's like I started paying attention to that and I realized that it was habitual. It was a habit. It was a habit that when I make a mistake, I just shame myself. Even when I have an idea, before I would even push it out, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get that done. It's just too much. You know what I mean? I kill it before it even comes forth, meeting you helped me to hone in on those areas of my life that needed to get some structure and some order.
Tammy, that is my sister. Okay, so I get really excited. That's my girl. Okay, period. Okay, so Tammy struggled with mindset. That was our biggest thing. That was the biggest thing we had to overcome. And I'm telling you, she can say now, I'm better because of this. You helped me see how I was self-sabotaging. She was. And it was a struggle. We had multiple moments where she was like, Rosin, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. And literally, Those were breakthroughs. But from that level of self-awareness and gaining that, she can now see the triggers that come up for her. So reason number 2, we don't have accountability. Accountability is so vital. It literally puts the controls in place we need to help us to help hold us accountable. Reason being, if you have a deadline, if you have a reminder, I talk about this all the time. If you don't have accountability in the goals and things and aspirations you want to go after, there's no way that you're going to be able to follow through. You can't follow through without accountability. If you don't have a deadline to meet, or if you don't have something telling you like this has to be done, you're not going to follow through with it. And so accountability is super huge. So I'm going to talk about myself. I have so many controls in place to make sure I follow through, even with after having a baby child, okay? And I say that to say accountability comes in a lot of forms for me. I have friends for everything. I have friends for marriage. I have friends just to say I got a friend. Half of y'all on here are my best friends on social media. If I could plan a brunch, and I really want to plan a brunch, but literally, like, I love accountability. It is one of my core value systems. And so I have friends for everything. I have friends that I literally have calls with scheduled every week, because if I don't talk to them, I'm not in order. And if somebody's in my ear constantly saying, Rosalind, you need to have this done, Rosalind, what are you doing, Rosalind? How are you showing up, Rosalind? This Tiara, my friend Tiara, literally, she used to literally tell me, show up, sis, show up, sis, show up, sis. Like, oh, God. And so with that being said, that is what literally I said, plan the brunch. I will say that is literally what has kept me in order. Even my friends telling me, give yourself grace. You just had a baby. Like, I know, girl. And so if you don't give yourself the place to have accountability, deadlines, a calendar, whatever, you won't see success. It's so important. The third thing, and one of the reasons why that we don't have like fulfillment, discipline, and productivity is our lifestyle. We don't have true inventory of our lifestyle. We compare ourselves to any and everybody who does not and will not and aren't in our lives. Y'all be looking at all these folks like, I wish I could be like this person, this person. You can be inspired. There's nothing wrong with inspiration. But when you compare to the point to where you don't look at yourself in a positive way, that's not good. You need to know your lifestyle, your inventory of what you're carrying. Well, and I spelled lifestyle wrong, but we're going to keep it fashion. And how lifestyle and inventory of your life and how you work within your lifestyle. Y'all still talking about this brunch. Okay, so let's talk about LaRonda. So LaRonda was one of my newest previous clients. I worked with her in the month of May. LaRonda had just had a baby 3 months before we started working together. Additionally with that, LaRonda has a beautiful 5-year-old as well. So she has 2 kids. She's a wife. And she is in school. And she just pledged. And she was doing all the things. And she was like, girl, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm like, yeah, you overwhelmed. You got everything going on. But lifestyle was super, super important for LaRonda. And once she got that, it was success for her. So why don't we look at LaRonda's testimony?
Prior to working with you, I was struggling with being consistent and overcommitting.
Wait a minute, y'all. I don't want my face to be in this because I need to take a sip of water. And I don't want y'all to see me take the sip of water. Okay. My bad, girl. Let's start over.
Prior to working with you, I was struggling with being consistent and overcommitting. And not managing my time well at all. Overwhelmed, all over the place, feeling stuck. I just felt stuck. Just like I was not going to be able to really get organized. Discouraged Just scared. I felt all the negative feels. Transformation helped me, like, has transformed my life in general, as far as planning, structure, time, and just how balance, adjusting, all of that. Like, I just can't even put it all into words, because just that transformation has blessed my life. And I know this is something that I will be able to use and implement into my life, like, literally every day, no matter if I'm planning a trip or if it's my home life or school, whatever it is. These tools can be applied in every area of my life.
Okay. So that was LaRonda. And listen, y'all, for LaRonda, that was so important to her that I'm able to step back and look at what I got going on and be able to manage. And that was literally her story. I love LaRonda, by the way. Balance. Like, that balance piece is huge. So the last and final thing is strategy. And this is literally the practical steps. So again, I could tell y'all all day, go get this planner, sis. Go do this. Go do that. Write your list down from your head. But if you don't have 1, 2, and 3, it's not going to happen. The practical step, this is why literally y'all buy a new planner at the top of the year and you have it for like 2 weeks and you write it and then you don't use it. Because there's no real mindset. There's no accountability. There's no awareness of your lifestyle. That when you finally put the strategy in place, the practical steps, like, you need that. So the strategy is the how-to. The strategy is literally me telling you, okay, this is what you need to do for your lifestyle. The practical steps are the how I can complete the day-to-day tasks, the planning and what works for you. I say all the time, do what works for you. Go back to what works. Because here's the thing, I give clients tools. But the thing with that is you're going to fall off. There's many times where I fall off, y'all, and I procrastinate and self-sabotage. But the part of the thing is I'm aware of my lifestyle. I have accountability. I change my mindset. And then the strategy is easy. A strategy is easy to hop back into. And it's the same thing for everyone. And so I really believe, first of all, I really believe that this framework was from the Lord. But also, too, I think that if you were able to really get all the other things, the strategy would be so simple. It would be so, so, so simple. So we're going to talk about one more person who I love so much, Faith. So Faith was my youngest client. At the time me and Faith worked together, Faith was 19. So I also say all the time, I think I've had clients from as young as 19, Faith was my youngest, to I think late 30s, like around 39. And so Faith was my youngest client. And she has such a good story. So she literally loves talking about strategy because this is what helped her with the situation that she was dealing with. Well, she'll talk about her testimony. So I really want y'all to see Faith's testimony. I'm gonna take my face off again.
What were you struggling with before working with me? I've diagnosed ADHD and slow processing. So that combination together makes it really, really difficult for me at times to see everything I have to do in life, see a bunch of tasks. And I looked at everything that God was calling me to do in my work life, in my personal life, and it just felt impossible. Like, before, I didn't really have a morning routine. I was even overwhelmed with what to do in my morning routine. Like, I was overwhelmed by everything. I just felt a lot of defeat. That's the word.
So overall, even after working with me, what was your transformation?
Your sessions really showed me, like, whoa, this is actually possible to do. I just need to have the strategy for it and the know how to execute, and have somebody. It was just a blessing to have somebody who was an expert in that. It was literally an answered prayer. I started to see how possible it was for me to actually execute what God was calling me to do. It was as simple as just the techniques that you taught us.
So, strategy. It's literally what Faye said. She had diagnosed ADHD and self-processing. Like, again, I really, really think it's important to understand. Tammy said, I'm way past 39 years old. Tammy. Tammy. Since I don't know, I know that I had another client that was in her late 30s. Tammy, I didn't know. I don't be asking how old y'all are, but I knew Faith was young. Tammy, she said, I am way older than 39, girl. Oh my God. Okay. So okay, let me get back focused. So with that being said, I really think that strategy is important, but we have to talk about other things. And sometimes it just takes you having the tools. I have so many other clients: Elisha, Nakia, Jan, Sam. There's just so many other people I've assisted, and like it's the same thing. So, was that helpful? Like, let me know, sis. Was that helpful? Because I know I'm introducing this for the first time, but I want to know, was that helpful? Yes. Okay, good. I need to see y'all flood the comment section. I don't want to just see one. I need to see everybody. I need to see y'all tell me. Joyce said 8. We're not using 8 yet, sis. Because 8 is, no, I don't know what 8 is. 7 is the number of completion, but okay. Okay. All right, cool. Yes. Awesome. So how are these impacting your discipline, productivity, and fulfillment? So let's get into the reasons and talk through the 4-step framework. I like to call it the Malls framework, but just, I was trying to be fancy. So when you have these things, this is how your discipline, productivity, and fulfillment are. 8 is the number of new beginnings, baby. We're going to use 8 towards the end because I love a new beginning, baby girl, okay? Your mindset. When you have the right mindset, you then have the awareness of when you're falling off and can get back on the horse. When you're disciplined, when you're productive, you're on it. But there are going to be things that happen. There are going to be times where you fall off. I am not talking to y'all unrealistic as if you're not going to have things happen and you're going to be productive all the time. That's just like not possible. But you'll have the awareness of, oh, this was the thing that got me off. I need to do X, Y, and Z to get back on the horse. The second part is accountability. You'll know your distractions and can implement ways to push past giving up or saying, I don't feel like it. When I know my business bestie is calling me on Monday at 9, I'm literally like, girl, I got to get what I got to get out of me and talk about it. Because I know she ain't really finna be like, Rosin, what you mean you don't feel like it? I'm like, girl, I don't feel like it. She's like, girl, no, man, we finna show up. When I know I got people in place for different things, it helps. When I know I got a deadline, it puts me back in check. It puts me back in order. It puts me back in place so that I can be really disciplined, productive, and be fulfilled. Lifestyle. When you know your lifestyle, you have inventory of your life. You know how to create boundaries. You know how to say yes to things and no to things. You know how to give stuff away. You know that Nico is with Elijah and I am not thinking about it. It's not mine to pick up. Yes, I'm his food source, but there is food in that good freezer, period. I can delegate that. And then more importantly, I can rest because there's a lifestyle I want to create where I am not stretched thin. Literally, I want to rest in my life. I want to sleep. I went to sleep last night early, girl. I want to sleep. I want to rest. I want to enjoy my husband. I want to enjoy my kids. I want to enjoy life. I want to go to brunch with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to enjoy without feeling like I'm overwhelmed. And last but certainly not least, I know, and let me talk about rest. Rest brings fulfillment because here's the thing. When God made the world, he could have literally made it in one day. He made it in 7. And what he do? He rests on the 7th day. But the other thing he did was he stepped back from his stuff that he did each day and was like, this is good. This is real good. You want to be able to step back from your things that you do and say, I did really good. I did real good. And rest. You know what I'm saying? And so strategy. The other thing with this is having the practical tools When you have the practical tools, practicality means being able to just pick up something and say, yes, I got it. Okay? It's waiting to be put in the textbook. Y'all are hilarious. Okay? Y'all just go always talk about rich. So the strategies, it's the how-to. Literally, y'all, this is it. If you can just even take nothing else from me, if you just implement some of these things, I promise you, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. Okay? So, do you need help? We're going to go ahead and do it 8 because we all need help, but we all need a new beginning. So, go ahead and put 8 in the chat. So, as y'all are putting 8 in the chat, I'm going to do something really quickly. So, y'all give me a moment. Y'all can look at my pretty face. As y'all are putting 8s in the chats. Yes, yes, yes. Because y'all have to know, like this, I need help. Anthony said, I need help. I got you, sis, okay? All right. So if you need help, I got you. I really want you to know that this does not have to be hell like Eric Campbell. Joy, you were hilarious. I don't want to be missing everybody. I know I'm seeing. Hell's Colleen 8, baby, girl. Okay. So, hold on one second. Let me make sure I got everything in order. Because y'all know I'm big on order. Okay. So, how can this be helpful? Oh, I ain't even showing y'all my presentation. My bad. Okay. Let's go back to this page. Okay. Yes, I need 8 to the 8 to the 8th power. Chalet. This is so funny. I love y'all so much. Please, please flood the chat with 8. Do you need help? Yes. Okay, if you saw that these areas were a problem for you, please listen. I want to help you show up, sis. So I'm going to slow down and really take my time because I really want to explain everything clearly to y'all as best I can. So I am offering an 8-week program. I found that everything that I've done with clients, they literally found 8 weeks was about the sweet spot. And so I really want to help ambitious women of faith overcome self-sabotage, procrastination, by helping them create routines that work so they can become more disciplined, productive, and fulfilled, or more productive, disciplined, fulfilled, however you want to see it. And really show up, sis, as an opportunity for me to teach you. And so I'm offering an 8-week group coaching program that is specifically designed for ambitious women of faith. And I am super excited to finally be saying this out of my mouth. Oh God, y'all have no idea how long it's taken me to do this. I want y'all to see my face as I'm talking about this. So let me not get too excited. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all see my face because I need to take my time with this. So with that being said, what does this consist of? So the 8-week group coaching program is literally me walking you through this framework. I am going to be teaching you everything I know around how to get mindset, accountability, lifestyle, and strategy. And this is how you can get all of these things through this 8-week group coaching program. So here are the program details. You are going to get from me, and you're going to literally get me, sis. I ain't got nothing planned. I have planned my calendar to pour into the ladies that are in this program. It's 8 weeks of live coaching. You have a lifetime access to the replays. So this isn't a thing where you just come and you don't get the replay. You have lifetime access to this. And truly, honestly, as my program grows, you're going to get me forever. And so with that being said, you have lifetime access to all of the replays. Additionally, with that, You will also have 4 bi-weekly Q&A sessions. So not only you'll get live access to asking me questions during the time I teach you, but also live Q&As where you can just hop in, ask me a question, get help, ask questions for what you need, talk through, have therapy sessions, child. We're not talking about therapy sessions, but insane to say, like, we're going to talk. We're going to cry. We're going to really, really get our minds and things in order, child, okay? This is not a replacement for mental health counseling. Please find a therapist. I just want to say that. But I say that to say, you're also going to be able to have access to an exclusive Facebook accountability and support community that is only for the people who join the program. I'm only opening that up for you all. You'll have access to ask me questions anytime you want to, anytime you need something, anytime you want to talk, let something out, be like, girl, this week was hard, like all of this. You will be able to do that in this community. Additionally, with that, you will get access to the personal resource library focused on time management strategies. So everything I know in my brain that I have loved and have used, I'm going to give that access to you. If I create a template, I'm even working on my iPad templates, trying to wait till Elijah go to daycare, child. And as soon as I launch those iPad templates, they're going in the resource library. So they get access to that completely. Okay, so anything related to the personal resource library that I use, they will get access to it. So how does what I'm teaching go align with how does this framework go in line with what I'm teaching? So we're going to walk through this. So week 1, we're going to overview time management, and we're going to go an introduction into limiting beliefs and what self-sabotage looks like. So briefly, I kind of went through this, but I'm going to go into a whole deep dive. Additionally, with this, you're going to have homework. You'll be able to uncover those beliefs that are impacting your ability to be productive. And you're going to really spot the real distraction culprits, the negative words that you tell yourself, the negative things you say, all of this, you're going to have an understanding of. We will also demystify the myth that I'm a procrastinator or I'll do my best work at the last minute. And I'm going to really walk you through how this is impacting you mentally. And not only that, but you're going to have homework, sis. Like, we're going to talk about this. We're going to be really close and we're going to really talk about this. Week 2, we're going to expound on limiting beliefs and self-sabotage even more, but we're going to really dig in deep with what is my plate full of. So that's what we're going to talk about, our lifestyles. And then with that being said, we'll also discuss the many hats you wear and what's hindering you from your ability to be effective and steward your time. So because you have your plate that's full and you're overwhelmed and while you're self-sabotaging, your plate is full, we're going to talk about what are the things on my plate that are not serving me well? What are the things that I'm putting unknowingly on my plate? What am I mentally also carrying that's on my plate that is causing me to do and self-sabotage even more? In week 3, it's my favorite class. We're going to talk about values. By far my favorite class to teach. Tammy knows this. What did Colleen say? Where's this? You'll create your value pillars, which is the key to maintenance and long-term stability for your self-care and mental health. It is imperative that you understand your values. Just like I said, accountability is one of mine. You have a personal set of values. So not only with that, we're going to really talk through your value pillars and why they are important to self-care and mental health. And then lastly, week 4, I am taking you on a deep dive journey. Deep into values and rest. I am dedicating a whole week to rest. Why? Because rest is the foundation of feeling fulfilled in anything we're doing. And so we're going to take a deep dive into rest and where it fits in our schedules. I'm not giving you no practical tools. I'm not saying, Rosalind, I'm not going to say, sis, go do this A, B, C, D, when I haven't given you the ability to rest and why rest is valuable. So those weeks are going to really cover mindset and lifestyle. We're really going to walk through mindset and what your lifestyle entails. Week 5, that's the fun part. That's when we start really building your schedule. So how I told y'all, there's no way I can really give you all the practical tools if we have not done the real work first. So that's when we're going to talk about schedule mapping, and I'll talk about the habits. So your habits, so the things you do on a daily basis, even scrolling social media when you get up in the morning, amen. Your habits and routines that you need to create in order to have a successful day and week. But really your habits and the things you need to do on a weekly basis to set your week up to be successful every day. So we're going to talk about schedule mapping. We're also going to take in week 6, we're going to build her up. So we'll develop your schedule from the previous week while working through some barriers causing you to feel all over the place. So that's really also, I could give you something to implement and you can say, oh, that didn't work for me. Okay, well, let's go back to the drawing board and redo it. We'll discuss and talk about how you can add self-care practices into your schedule. The flow's coming off, says let's go swimming. We'll discuss how you can add self-care practices to your schedule because sis, that is the key to keeping good habits flowing. Week 7 is the keys to success. I got the keys. We'll continue to build your schedule and I will share how to goal set. So a lot of us have desired goals is what I call them. So I'm going to teach you how to really walk through how to add desired goals to your schedule. Put head down. You will get to learn my proven, successful, strategic method for adding desired goals. So we'll talk about your bare bone schedule, but when you're like, girl, I want to go to the gym. Well, no, sis, let's get the basics down first. We're going to talk about how you can add working out, how you can add more time with your husband and your family, how you can add delegation into your schedule, how you can talk about building your business. And I'm not saying I'm a business coach, y'all, but like, how can you start building those practices where you can then start working on your business? But we got to get life in order. So we're going to talk about that in week 7. And so that's really going to give you the accountability piece and the strategy piece. So those pieces are going to kind of come together. And then week 8, we're going to piece the puzzle together. Here we're going to finalize your schedule, notate all the tools needed for you to maintain it over time. So we'll talk about what happens when you fall off and what you need to do to get back on and all of those things. You're going to piece it together. And so that's how we're going to cover the 4-step process. And that's how you'll be able to have the mindset shifts, accountability, lifestyle, and strategy. So I am opening this program up to you, but I am only taking 10 of y'all. Why? This is why. I do not believe in taking on more than I can chew. The other part of this is I want to love. When I say love, y'all love, I pour my love into y'all. Y'all hear me talk about pouring into y'all, but I want to love these 10 women only. I was even thinking about extending it to 12, but I was like, you know what? No, girl, 10 people, 10 ladies. I was going to be like the 12 disciples, but I was like, no, we're not going to do 12. We're going to do 10. Not only that, I want the 10 ladies to build a community. I'm big on community. Y'all hear me talk about accountability, but I really want them to be close. So y'all are going to talk to each other. Y'all are going to be with me for 2 months. Back and forth. But not only that, you'll be with me even as this program grows. So y'all get to give me feedback. You get to hear what I'm thinking. You get to hear how you can help each other. Because here's the thing. I have 1 child and a husband, but there might be 2 single ladies in the group. There might be a mom with 2 kids. There might be somebody else. Y'all can give to each other in a way that I may not be able to give, but y'all can help each other. You can build each other. You can pray for each other. Like all of those things are important. And so these 10 ladies will not only be the founding people of this group coaching program, but y'all will be with me even as this grows. So the cultural practices that I want to create, like the ability to love each other, is so important to me. And so we start on July 5th. We're going literally head first in July. So I want you to be able to get this. And I'm only giving it to 10 people. It's 98 of y'all on here. 10, only 10. So what do I got to do? So this is an early enrollment time, and this program is currently only open to you all. I talk about show up, sis, but I ain't really released nothing. I barely talked about time management coaching on Instagram, and I had over 40 clients individually, and then over 30 plus clients when I did time management coaching, when I did my time management masterclass, but I don't really even talk about it. So this program is not even open to the general public. I have not told my 800 plus email list. I ain't told my 3,900 Instagram followers. Most of y'all probably follow me on Instagram, but even with that pool of 90 something people, that's still a lot of people I ain't really said this to. So if you enroll before June 25th, you'll have a chance to grab a seat before I introduce it to the general public, or if those 10 seats get filled. Because if those seats are filled, I'm not opening this to anybody. If it closes by next Thursday, I'm closing it. It's going to be closed, okay? Closed. And y'all will know because you won't be able to go to the page. So, your investment. This is the investment. If you pay in full, it is $12.97 if you enroll and pay in full by June 25th. You'll also receive, if you pay in full, a 30-minute free one-on-one with me, okay? Additionally with that, within the one-on-one, you're literally going to be talking to me about all of the issues, and I'm going to give you one-on-one assistance. So you'll be able to sign up for your one-on-one before we even start, and I'm going to give you some quick practices and things that you can do before we even start the program. You can also do a payment plan option. It is 2-month payments of $750, and you'll be in the program. Either payment option you choose, you will receive a special surprise from me, and I'm not telling it to you because it ain't your business. But it's a little special surprise from me, and I want to keep it a secret. So with that being said, you get a one-on-one if you pay in full before the 25th, or you can do the payment plan option of $750. So now I am now enrolling this. So the program is open. You have until June 25th at 11:59 p.m. to sign up. After those 10 spots are full, the cart closes. So you can go now to showupsis.com to enroll. Take your time through the page. I have a video explaining everything. I literally took my time explaining this to y'all because I really want the women that join to really, really feel like they're making an investment into themselves that's going to give them a return. So take your time. Don't rush. Read through it. Get all the information. And understand that after them 10 spots are full, they are gone. Okay? So take your time through the page. However, let's talk about some fast action bonuses. So if you enroll by Monday, so y'all take your time, like don't rush. If you enroll by Monday, you will receive a couple of things from me. You will receive my Time with God bundle. So this is where I usually used to do my time management, time with God challenge. You're going to receive my Time with God challenge. And in that challenge, I taught how to spend time with God, how to set up your time with God. Who wants to sponsor your girl? In the how to set up your time with God, I talk about the practical way. I'm big on devotional time with God, so I had to throw this in there. The practical ways on how to spend time with God. It is not just sometimes reading your Bible. Everybody talks about, I want to spend time with God, but I don't know what to do when I sit down in front of my Bible, or I don't know what to do. I go through all of this in the time. Who's done the Time with God challenge? Give me a me in the chat. It's really good. It's really, really good. And so I talk to you about how to set up your time with God. What tools do you need? How do you need to sit in front of him? How do you need to approach your time with God? Additionally, with that, I'm also going to give you how to study the Bible. So that's when I go through, how do you actually study the Bible? How do you really, really delve in deep? So you see all the sisters have done the Time with God challenge. How do you delve in deep to study? I give you multiple ways that you can study the Bible. And y'all that have saying in the chat was a good, how'd you like it, so on and so forth. So everybody knows, because there's a lot of people who don't know me. So I want to be able to just share. So how to study the Bible, how to dig in deep into the word. I love the word. I love it so much. And so I'm going to give this to you if you enroll before Monday. And so it is so, so, so good. Additionally with that, you're also going to receive my business starter bundle. And in this bundle, so I know that there's a lot of people who want to start talking about business and may want to start a business online. So in this bundle, I have a Canva class, an email list masterclass. And in the email list masterclass, I'm teaching you how to build an email list if you have never done it before, and completely free. I'm going in deep with how to write emails, all of that. Like, it's really, 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 really deep. Oh, let me go back. Time with God Challenge really is valued. Like, the value of what I'm giving you is like $197, but you're not paying that. Also, with the Business Starter Bundle, that's about a $300 product. Like, really, I could list it for $300 with how much I'm putting in there. With the Canva class, you're getting an in-depth view of everything I do in Canva. Like, this right here, this presentation was a Canva. I use Canva. So I walk you through how to use Canva. Additionally, with that, you're also going to get a class that teaches you how to have a business meeting with God. So I got this from Tatum Tamia, who is the podcaster for the Blessed and Bossed Up podcast. She talks about business meeting with God, business meeting with God, business meeting with God all the time. So it's like, I need to make that for myself. And y'all will tell you, when you sit down and have a business meeting with God and he tells you what to do and you do it, it's like, oh my God. So you get the template that I actually use in my business meetings with God, and the video that walks you through how to have a business meeting with him. That is valued at $300, but you're not paying that. You're also going to get, he will call you out. Amen. You're also going to get my Time with God ebook bundle. And this is my 2 favorite ebooks. I still love these. This is going to talk about time with God, tips and tricks, different things you can do in your time with God, but also the W method, which is something I use in my little iPad, shameless plug, on my iPad daily list. So every single morning when I sit down and write my to-do list, I do the W method, which is my favorite journaling method, but it's also a great way for me to check in with myself. That is valued, literally valuable and valued at $97. You won't pay that. So if you enroll on Monday or by Monday, you will get the group program as well as all of the bonuses if you enroll by Monday. So with that being said, this is your investment, sis. You pay in full, you get $12.97. And if you enroll by June 25th, you will get a free one-on-one with me. You'll get to schedule it right when you go and pay. You'll get to schedule it in the 2-week time before we start. And I get to talk to you. Like, we get all that time. And then not only that, if you pay the payment plan, you get 2 payments of $750. But either payment option, you'll be able to get a special gift from me. So, like I said, I'm now enrolling. Go to showupsis.com to enroll now. And those are the fast action bonuses. We're going to go through the framework, but also if you enroll by June 25th, you still get to be a part of the program, which is still amazing within itself. Okay. What time? Oh, I did 8:07. I was a little bit over. But any questions? Any questions? And it doesn't even have to be related to the program. It can be a general question. So I've missed the chat some. But any questions, type them out, please. And I'm going to give myself probably until about 8:30-ish. So I'm not holding y'all hostage. So if you need to hop off, that's totally fine. You can. If you need to go to the website and read through it, go ahead and do so. But do y'all have any questions? I'm going to stay on here for a little while. And that's it. That's really all I wanted to say. So again, even if you don't join the program, I'm only taking 10 people. So I really want y'all to be, part of the 10. If you are, amazing, great. I'm excited to love on you, but it's totally okay. Will you provide the link for this webinar? Yes. So I didn't say this in the beginning, and I'm so sorry I didn't say this, Angela. Yes. So if you want to get the webinar, I'm going to have it available for 48 hours. I will email it to you all tomorrow morning. I think I can do it tonight. I think this YouTube does it to where I can get the link for it and you can have access to it. So yes, I will email that to you all tonight, more than likely. If you enroll by June 25th, But with the payment plan, do you still get the bonuses? Yes. So if you enroll and do the payment plan, you will still have access to the bonuses. If you enroll, period. The paid in full is only the thing with the paid in full. You get a 30-minute one-on-one with me. That's the difference. And you pay a little bit more with the payment plan. But you will still get, as long as you enroll by Monday, you get all of the bonuses. So yes, so the paid in full option gives you the one-on-one with me and the surprise. Oh, yay, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Any questions? Any questions? Y'all can hop off. I'm not going to hold you hostage. I am so hot. I hope this was good. I hope this was good. So the brunch, is it in your mental health list or your quarterly calendar? Sis, the brunch is whenever Elijah go to daycare and I have the time to sit down and plan it. I want to really do it though. Even if I don't do it by the time that I lie, like I really do want to plan a brunch. Thank you, Joy. I love you, sis. Okay, any more questions? But it is on my list because I've been talking to y'all about this brunch forever. And I really just want to have good music and like time to like hug everybody, even though I know we in the middle of panini. Okay, no questions? Was this good to y'all? Was this good to y'all? Was this helpful? Was this really good? I want to leave the question box open in case, because I think when people pop off a live, it stops on YouTube, and I want to be able to leave that open. Okay. So let me come back on here and just show my face. I'm so excited. I could literally cry. I feel like there's like a weight lift off of me. Jesus. Yes, y'all saying it was good. So helpful. Yes, this was really good. Oh, I'm so happy. Yes, gee, my sis. I love you, girl. I love you, sis. Maria said yes. Love said excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you, sis. Urbanka said yes. Joy said yes. Snatch our edges up real good. Amen. I'm going to snatch an edge or 2 or 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy. Okay. So, y'all, let me know. Send me an email. How was this good for you? I'd love to just talk to y'all also, but just literally let me know, how was this good to you? I pray that it really bless you. I pray you take what I talked about. Go after it. You can show up in whatever way you need to. Go show up, sis. You got it. I promise you do. We have so much abundance from God. Enjoyed this. I miss you, sis. Thank you for this. Amen. Amen. Okay. So I'm probably going to stay on here till about 8:30 in case anybody has questions or they need to get caught up. If you have questions, please send me an email. Oh, okay. Is the group coaching audio or video? Video. We're going to see each other. We're going to look at each other. We're going to know each other. I'm going to know y'all faces. It's not going to be I'm behind the camera and y'all not going to see me. Y'all going to see my face. I'm going to see y'all face. We're going to see each other. We're going to see each other. So, but you get access to every replay. So if for whatever reason, also, I didn't say this. I should have said this. Geez. In the 2-week time frame, I'm going to be sending my surprises. But also, I'm going to be surveying all the girls to find out what days work for y'all, because I know that we're all on different schedules. So I don't want to come up a day that the majority doesn't work for. So we're going to coordinate dates. I'm going to send y'all calendar invites. I'm going to send y'all my gifts, like all of those things. So I want to be able to, I got lipstick on the side of my face. I want to be able to spend that time like getting y'all acclimated with everything. So you know what to do and we're ready to go by July. So even though I said July 5th, that's like the start date, but it's really going to be like within that week. We'll do week 1. That was about to be my question. Okay. Keisha from Philly. I love you, Keish. Allison said, me, Allison, what part of you are? Jeez, I hope you, not behind. Okay, I'm gonna stay on here because I know that people are like probably still going through. Because again, like YouTube, for some reason, if you randomly stop or get a phone call or something, it pauses it. So I want to be able to like stay on here in case people have questions. So if y'all are going to hop off, it's fine. I love y'all. Love, love, love you. Love you. Love, love, love you. Make sure no one has texted me on my phone because I've silenced everything. Okay. Okay, how much time will be needed to dedicate it to the weekly homework? I won't put a lot on you, but I'm going to put enough to have you thinking. So a lot of the homework really is going to be about implementation. So the mindset pieces will probably take you some time, but that can be something you do during your morning devotional. That can be something you do kind of in some quiet time. But it's not something that will require so much more. Hold on. Okay. I thank you, sis. I'll answer your question in just a second, Sade. I don't want to miss it. So it'll take you some time to do, but a lot of the like strategic practices, like what we're going to talk about week 5 through 8, is really implementation. It's not going to be something that's going to be like, I'm going to have you sit down and write a schedule that's going to take you 5 hours. Like, it's really going to be quick. We're going to do these things together. I'm going to have a lot of templates for y'all to utilize, and I'll teach you everything. I'll teach you everything. Sade asks how often we will meet. Once a week. I'm going to dedicate probably around 90 minutes. Pretty much me teaching will take about an hour because that's around the time frame I would spend with clients. But I'm going to say 90 minutes. So if we go over and y'all have to hop off, you'll have access to the replay. But I want to leave open space for questions. So when I teach y'all everything, it won't be super overwhelming. I'm really going to take my time with you. So I really want to give you at least an hour to an hour and a half of your time on a weekly basis. That's why I want to get the majority's time of how long y'all want, what days y'all want to meet. So that way the best time option is good for everyone. But you'll always have access to me on Facebook to ask questions. So if you watch the replay and you're like, Rosalind, I need to know what this means, then I'll be like, okay, sis, like, let's talk through it. But then that's also where you can have those bi-weekly Q&As. So if you have questions, you can hop in and ask me and we can talk through everything. So if you watch the Q&A and you had a question, you want to get your question answered, that's when you can hop into the Q&A and get those questions answered. So you have multiple options to have like visual touch points with me. I hope that answered your question. Did I answer your question, Sade? Okay, I just want to make sure because I did not explain all that in the beginning. Okay. Make sure I have any more questions. Love you too, Yari. Did I say it right? Yari? Yeah, I did. I remember you told me how to say it once. Yay. I'm so happy. Y'all, even though this shirt is long sleeves, it's really thin. I wanted to wear the leopard today. Good. Okay, great. I'm so happy I answered your question. Let me make sure I went through and got the chat. And nobody had any other questions. Okay. All right. I'm going to still stay on here a little bit longer. I don't want to end, but if you have a question, just send me an email. Oh, somebody said with payment plan. Gosh, I really wish I knew. They have to be watching it still. Danielle, whenever you get to this part, sis, I did see your comment. I really want to know if I get off, just send me an email. Ask me an email. Send me an email. Send me an email, sis. Okay. Any more questions? I know like people are kind of ticking off. Do we have to pay it off by July 6th? So with the payment plan. So the way that it will work is no. You'll have 2 monthly payments. So like, let's say you pay on the 22nd of June. The next payment won't come out until July 22nd. So it'll like do a monthly payment. So if you pay June 23rd, the next payment won't come out till July 23rd. So you'll be paid once, like while we're in the program, you'll be fully paid. But that's a payment plan option for you if you can't pay in full. So you don't have to pay it off by July 6th. You'll just have a month payment and it'll automatically come out. So you won't have to do like an invoice or anything. Once you start the payment, it'll automatically come out the next time. You're so welcome, Danielle. No problem. Thank you for your question, because I know that can be a question people have. Any more questions? Y'all, I need to go feed my child. Okay. I'll just stay on here a little bit longer in case anybody has a question. Okay. Well, that's it, y'all. That's all I had to share. That's all I wanted to teach today. I'm so excited that I got to share this with y'all. Thank you for being here. I want to honor you, sis. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me in all the ways that y'all do. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and either go feed my child or go pump. Go drink some water. And that's it. I will have this to y'all later tonight. Alexa just... Gage! See, here's the thing. I don't think I would be able to get an Alexa because Nico will probably get tired of me yelling, Alexa! 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 And then wait till Elijah talks. He's going to be constantly saying Alexa's name. Alexa! 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 Mama said. Okay. All right, y'all. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.